Okay, so we will continue where we left from, which was we were gonna create the where is this the placeholder for ads and some external light locations for architectural lighting. Look at that. That's like a nice section that people will fall off, but yeah. Okay, so let's do this one here. So again, I'm gonna need the roof group and the bottom group, and then we're gonna split it off again like we were doing it here. So we can just take that part. Okay, so we have these groups, and then we're gonna split these off last. Let's keep everything but bottom and roof. Okay. Oh, we are not fetching the top. Oh, we need to roof. Okay, roof. Okay. And then I'm gonna create a primitive attribute. On primitives, I'm gonna say I add prim attribute equals primnum. Well, I guess I could have used the primnum directly in whatever I'm gonna use this next time, but yeah, I guess. Oh no, I can't, because okay, so I want to split these pieces, because right now if I select one, they're connected, but I want to split it. So be using this attribute I create. I think we can still use a primnum, but we can use a swap called primitive split. And if we use this attribute in here, and then try to move a polygon now, it's going to give us a split version. Okay, then I want to create another attribute wrangle. Oh, actually I wanted to try if this works if I just set primnum. I guess not. Okay, so I suppose we did the right thing by creating a primitive attribute. So I want to create a normal based on the primitive. Okay, so I'm gonna create this on primitives. So I just want to be able to remove. So at n equals prim uv. So I'm creating wrong button. So I'm creating a normal based on the primitive uv. Okay, so that's that normal equals prim uv. So for if you're curious what prim uv is, you can always go into the attribute section, the help section. It's going to explain us what it is. Prim uv. This is a very powerful, not this one. Prim uv. Prim uv interpolates the value of an attribute at a certain parametric UVW position. So that's what we want. I want it halfway through. So prim uv on myself, string normal at primnum 0.5. So that should give me, if I go to spreadsheet, it's gonna give me the these new primitive normals, which we are gonna use now. And then I want to promote this from primitive to point this time. Promote primitive to point. Now promote the new normal. Okay. So now I have this split normals. We can see here. I can make it a bit bigger. Okay. Okay, cool. Now let's drop in a point wall. And using these normals, we're gonna do a little displacement. Displace along normal, my position, my normal, my new position. And we're gonna push these guys out 25 units. Okay. And then I'm gonna sort them so they have some not random number. Sort random primitive. So we're just sorting these guys to become random. And then I want to delete a certain amount, but by range. And this time, because in every building it's going to change, so I want to keep it a bit more locked. So I want, let's say this is the, let's give this a name, let's say this place along. So this place along, I want the n number to be the primitive number, so we're gonna go n prim and then address to the node we want to get to, which is our this place along, and that's gonna give me the primitive number here, n prims typo 463, and that should be 4632, 4632, and then I want, I don't know, half of this maybe, or 80% of this to be delete not selected. Okay, so this should give me a bit more consistent amount of advertisements, but this is way too much at the moment, I think. So is it this one I'm using too? 6. Select every, okay, so select 80%, and out of that select 1 out of 6. Okay, and we still have some polygons that goes inside, so we're gonna do a little boolean. First one is surface, the other one is remove inside. Subtract. So now we shouldn't have anything inside. Those were inside the buildings, they're also now outside. And now put a primitive swap. I'm just going to rotate them 90 degrees so they're facing diagonal to the building. Maybe scale them a little bit. And I think that should, but these are placeholders, we're going to replace them because they are not exactly where we want them to be. Then just remove all the groups just to clean it up. Group delete. Delete unused groups as well. Attribute delete. Delete everything else. And bring in a null. Call out adds null. Although I think this is still a bit too much. I mean, in my final result, I was thinking that it was a bit too many billboards. So I think we're gonna go less than that this time, at least, just to learn from our previous choices. So let's go less, and that's where we are. Let's say reduce ads. So if we go 20, it's less. 30, not less. Okay. So then I want to create exterior lights as well. So I'm gonna get this one, reverse it, and primitive sub. Just scale them up because we want them to be, the lights to be positioned outside so that we can eliminate the end of the outside walls of the building. So let's put ends, unroll with new points, scatter. I guess 40 lights is enough, and group them. This one is, we're gonna call exterior lights. Exterior lights. And I did, although I didn't use it, but I did put this here to, I guess, to separate later on. Material, local on, again. It's a lot of repetitive tasks, but it's important we don't skip anything. Primitive string, and we'll call this ID advertisement. And this is exterior lights, out, exterior lights. Okay, so that should do as well. Let's put this in a network, give it a name. This one with a name, out antennas. Antennas, lights, and it's okay. Now there's item finally. Well, I think that should do for now. Yeah, no, I created a little extra section called pipes and out light rings, just to create a bit more futuristic look to our buildings, add a bit more complexity. Okay, so we can go here. We're gonna object merge this guy again. So just go paste it. And now we have the geo. I'm just gonna add a peak. It's gonna push the polygons out, but while it's gonna keep the connectivity. Set it to 4. Just push everything out. I'm gonna go divide. (10 by 10 by 10). Oh, that's gonna take a while. Wait, manual. Okay. You can just constantly hit the escape until the manual kicks in. Turn off convex, go add. Okay, so we're gonna use a little cooking was interrupted. Yes, so you can cook it now. Okay, so now drop in a group sub. We're gonna create some random roads, and then call this start on points. It should be group range, sorry, group range. This one is called start group type points. I gave a number like 1000, 5 out of 1000, and then just duplicate it, this time call it ends, connect it here to here, and now we're gonna use find shortest path to create some more organic random connections between these random points. So select it from, so you go start here, and then we have start and end point, and then from each start to each end we want. Okay, and then did it do anything? Oh, we need to add the offset because we're still selecting the same nodes, I think. Why is it not working? Because where are my points? Oh, they are points. Okay. Start 130 points and 130 points. Okay, there you go. This is it wasn't working like this because it was just selecting the same guy. So if you go like, I don't know, one, let's give them a bit more distance. Oh, there's too many. Okay, so we have some connections, but I think we're gonna need more points to create a bit more denser network. Let's start from each start to each. I think some of those might end up generating a lot nicer connect. Oh, that's too much, but it's a bit more interesting. So let's go maybe 5, 1. So this is gonna really go around it. So it's like a little, I don't know, railings, or just maybe a robot delivery system that just goes around the building. Maybe we can go like more 6, so it's a bit wider. And the shape is a bit still more organic. Okay, 1, 1, okay. That's one, and we're gonna call this attribute create again. I'm just gonna copy one from here. ID metal, just so it catches some highlights as the camera flies by. It might look just more interesting. And then let's call this out pipes. Out pipes. Okay, and yeah, I think that should do the trick. I don't think we need to. I think we need the other one. Yeah, that should do the trick. All right, so let's network this out as well. And this needs to go down as well here. So that's office lights. How do we split it? Let's make this a bit wider. Just duplicated that, but it's in pipes. We're gonna in ads, and ads are gonna be here. Okay, so that's back, and then here it'll say whatever I said in the other one. Lights, office lights, I call it ads. So we got ads. We can merge it in here, and the other one is now we have the office lights, we have the exterior lights. So just duplicate this in text lights, I guess, and select your node on the object section. Just bring this guy here. Okay, and in here we have our exterior lights, and then in here we're gonna give it a name as well. Our exterior lights are named exterior lights. Okay, and then this comes in here as well. So let's cook. But it flows. Now we have our first building that is somewhere we can use to create lights, and then places to put some advertisements, so we can move forward to make it a bit more interesting and prettier. Before we generate 30-40 of these, of course we need to do a bit more testing, so we can kick off and set up the TOPS network to do the look there. All right, thank you for watching. We will next version, and I think the next file we will be we'll just finalize the building itself as a geo, and then start setting up the look dev process. Thank you for watching.